back this storm, which is causing very strong winds. In fact, Environment Canada has issued a tornado watch and warning. Now, as of late, some communities have been dropped from this warning, but these are the communities left. Please do take cover if you are in Simcoe, Delhi, or Norfolk. This is all in the Long Point area. There are very strong winds, which do have a strong potential to cause a tornado. Winds are gusting at 100 kilometers an hour. We're seeing hail, large hail associated with this system. And again, the system is traveling northeast. So if you're east of this, please do take cover. We have more on your tornado watches and warnings and safety measures coming up very shortly. Meantime, your local forecast is coming up very, very shortly. It's coming up right now. Stick with us. You are right on time for your national forecast, and boy, do we have one for you. You are right on time because we're talking about very active weather in southern Ontario. Now, we have had tornado watches and warnings in place by Environment Canada, but as of late, a lot of places have dropped from the warning, including London. Looks like you're clear from the active weather, but if you are in Simcoe, Delhi, as well as Norfolk, and just to clear up some confusion, this is all in the Long Point area, right along Lake Erie right here. If you're in any of these areas, there is a potential of severe thunderstorms which could cause some tornadic activity because there have the winds have been very strong, and these winds have been reported also to be rotating. So again, please do take cover, and we'll provide you with some tips. Now, we'll take you to London, Ontario, where definitely nothing to make light of because there was some severely active weather, very strong winds, potentially very damaging winds in these areas. And really, throughout the evening, this severe weather risk extends into the evening hours across southern Ontario. Now, a lot of this is fueled by very humid weather that we've been experiencing. Environment Canada has extended its Humidex advisory for another day. That means all the way from Windsor up to Hamilton, Niagara Falls, London. It's been feeling like 40, even 42 in these areas. Now, it's also going to be humid tomorrow, so do take note. We're going to be feeling like 34 in the city tomorrow. Temperature is going to be more like 28, and here's a little note. It's going to be cooler even on Monday. That's going to be your most comfortable day, actually. Just take note of that. Now, here we are, northwestern, northeastern Ontario. We are looking at a little bit of rain to the Wawa area. Cottage country may be seeing some rain into the afternoon hours, so take note of that. Boaters as well, if you are heading back to town, you could be looking at some rainy weather. Now, we take you to Vancouver than usual season, but things are heating up, especially with all the wonderful events going on to the south coast. It's going to be a little bit warmer. We're looking at 18 for you in Victoria, 25 for Vancouver with sunny skies, a little bit of active weather to the northern regions, but the next few days are really going to be nice. Now, we are looking at active weather across the prairies as well. In fact, we just received a call to our storm line. Thank you so much, by the way. Areas north of Moose Jaw, we've heard in Saskatchewan, there have been reports of funnel clouds. Now, we are looking at various systems, actually. We're looking at patchiness, disorganized activity across the prairies. This is how things are shaping up right now. Your forecast is now. Let's begin your long range on Sunday, where high pressure is moving in place for a lot of us. Ontario, Quebec, sunny skies, clear weather is what we're expecting. And the cooler weather is what we're going to be seeing behind that system of active weather that we're experiencing now in the Maritimes. But Newfoundland, you're still going to be into the wet weather on Sunday. Seasonal across the prairies, really a great day for the most part. Areas to the northern coast, the central coast of BC, you're going to be in the rainy weather. But through the interior, very hot, and also where the big golf events are happening, sunny skies and warm weather. System does break down a little bit, or increase a little bit. We are looking at some active weather to BC and the foothills, but seasonal across the prairies. Still a chance of thunderstorms for some of us in northern parts of Ontario, but fair, really great day across the country Monday. Tuesday, there's a greater chance of thunderstorms with high pressure in place for Ontario. Cooler conditions across the prairies and sunny skies for you in BC on Tuesday. Wednesday looking great as well. Thank you for keeping us tuned in. And if you're just joining us right now, certain parts of southern Ontario are in a tornado watch and warning issued by Environment Canada. Namely, as you can see, the Long Point area, Simcoe, and these are just areas southeast of Tillsonburg. Now, the reason why we're suggesting that there could be some thunderstorms or some tornadoes in this area is that rotation has already been spotted associated with these thunderstorms. Winds are gusting at over 100 kilometers an hour, and again, these thunderstorms have a strong potential for creating tornadoes. Now, we would love to hear about it. If you're in any of these areas, and only if it's safe to do so, please let us know what you're seeing. Call 1-800-463-WIND as well. You can always log on to our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Weather Network. Please stick with us. You are right on time for your national forecast. We are watching some severely active weather. So if you are in Simcoe, Delhi, or Norfolk, you are actually currently in a tornado warning issued by Environment Canada. This means that the thunderstorms that are imminent in these areas, they are showing rotation, and they do have potential to create tornadoes. And these are the exact systems or the cells that we're currently watching. They've passed through London already. So many of us have seen some active weather, and the storms are traveling at 50 kilometers an hour, gusting at 100 kilometers an hour, producing large hail, and again, power lines are down. It is causing widespread damage. Now, we do take you to footage of just a little earlier today. Damaging weather, so you wouldn't wish that on anyone. London, by the way, is out of it, so it's just areas southeast of that. Now, again, there's also an extended thunderstorm, severe and non-severe risk throughout the evening hours for most of southern Ontario, but it's a slighter risk, especially as you creep to the north. So a lot of us will not be seeing any active weather. And again, this is all due to very humid weather. It's not just the humid weather, but that's one ingredient to fuel these thunderstorms and severe weather systems. All the way from Windsor up to Hamilton, we're still feeling like 40, 42 today, and tomorrow it's still going to be quite humid as well. Numbers depicted in yellow, that's your humidex value, so it's going to be feeling like 34 for us in the Toronto area. However, as you push north, the humidex values, they're going to be dropped because it's not going to be as humid. To the north, east, and the northwest, we are looking at temperatures going down a little bit for Sunday afternoon. A little bit of rain to you in the Wawa area, but that's not until the afternoon hours that a system will head towards your area. Now, Sunday afternoon, these are the conditions we're expecting for southern areas of Western Canada. Looking like a really nice day, actually. Rejoice for coastal regions of BC, because you are looking up to sunny skies for the next few days. Temperatures on the rise, 25 degrees for you in Vancouver tomorrow, right on time for the big golf events. And we are looking at some active weather across many parts of the prairies today. In fact, we just had some calls to our storm line south of Moose Jaw in Saskatchewan. People have been reporting seeing funnel clouds actually this evening. So keep your eyes and ears peeled, because there is some active weather going on in these areas. And again, call our storm line. We love to hear about it. It helps us tell the story, that's for sure. Now, we are looking at temperatures on the rise across the prairies tomorrow. Good news, it has been a little cooler, so it's on the rise. And a different trend over in the Maritimes, because after this system makes its way out of the area, we're going to be left with cooler temperatures and no humidex values as opposed to how it was today.
Gravol Ginger.
You may need your umbrella, especially if you're heading to Mexico. We are looking at some rain, as you can see, to Guatemala City and Belize as well. A little bit of rain for you, but still quite hot. And to the Caribbean, much more sunnier. Enjoy your travels. This was sponsored by Gravol. Tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Weather Network. My name is Kasia Bodurka, and all evening we've been talking about tornado watches and warnings issued by Environment Canada. And good news, as of just maybe 2 minutes ago, Environment Canada has dropped these warnings. This means that we're just looking at some severely strong thunderstorms really for southern Ontario along the shores of Lake Erie. Really, that's where we're seeing a lot of the active weather. This is where our warning was. It's now dropped, so you know it's okay, but it is still safe, or it is still a good idea to take cover because we are still looking at potentially damaging winds. There's just no rotation associated with these systems. Now, we are still looking at a potential risk for thunderstorms all across the southern Great Lakes Basin. Take a look. Stick with us. Much more to come. Or damaging winds rather associated with this cell. And actually just a few hours ago, Environment Canada had issued a tornado watch and warning for the London area. That has as of late been dropped. In fact, all of the watches and warnings have been dropped. But that doesn't mean there aren't any thunderstorms in the areas, especially along the shores of Lake Erie. That's where we're looking at some continued active weather, heavy downpours, strong winds. So really do take cover if you can, if you're in any of these areas. Now, there is that potential throughout the evening hours still, so if you're anywhere from Windsor all the way up through Kingston, Cottage Country, you're included down the whole Great Lakes Basin, you're under this risk for a potential severe or even non-severe thunderstorm throughout the evening hours.